Level 1. The ship's boy. You are 12. Your father, a Bristol fisherman who's never come home with dry boots, sells your labor to the captain of a merchant brig for a shilling, and the promise you'll be fed. You run powder and learn the rigging before you learn to swim. 11 weeks into your first voyage, the ship is boarded off the Windward Passage by a sloop flying no flag until it's already alongside. It's 1716. The pirate captain, a quiet, broad man named Josiah Rawle, walks the deck asking every man the same question. Are you pressed into this life, or do you choose it? Most choose it. A merchant sailor earns £8 a year, paid late. A pirate's share is equal and immediate. Nobody asks you. You're 12. You get taken anyway because a ship always needs a boy who knows the powder room. Level 2, the landsman. You are 16. You haven't signed anything yet, haven't earned a vote. You haul, scrub, stand the watches nobody wants. One night off Cuba, a landsman named Purdy is caught skimming coin from a captured strongbox before the count. Theft from the common share is the gravest offense aboard. The crew doesn't kill him. They maroon him on a spit of sand with a pistol, one shot, and a bottle of water, and sail on. You watch from the rail and understand exactly what the rules protect and what they cost the men who break them. Level 3. The able seaman. You are 19. You've signed the articles now, the written contract every crew of this era drafts and every man signs, dividing shares equally, setting punishments in advance. Bartholomew Roberts' articles, famous by 1721, give every man a vote in matters of moment. You're a full crew member now, a name on a document that means something. Your first vote comes weeks later, over whether to burn a captured ship or spare her crew. You vote to spare them. You're in the majority. It's the first time a decision you made with your own mouth changed what happened next. Level 4, the gunner's mate. You are 23. The quartermaster puts you under the master gunner, a Portuguese veteran named Da Costa, who lost 2 fingers to a misfired swivel gun. Before we go further, if you've made it this far, comment what you want next. Hit that like button right now and subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. We upload every single day. Off Tortuga, in a running fight with a Royal Navy sloop, Da Costa takes a splinter wound and goes down. For 11 seconds, no one is calling the guns. You call them. The second broadside turns the sloop away. Da Costa, bleeding on the deck, tells the quartermaster, "You're ready for more than you've been given." Level 5, the boatswain. You are 27. You inherit the post when the previous boatswain dies of fever in Nassau, which by 1723 has stopped being the lawless haven it was, after Woodes Rogers arrived with a king's pardon in one hand and a garrison in the other. You never took the pardon. As boatswain, you run discipline strictly by the articles, not by temper. A sailor named Otway strikes another man over a woman in port. You give him exactly what the articles specify, no more, no less. He thanks you afterward, because the punishment was fair. You take it as the system working the way it should. Level 6, the master gunner. You are 31. Da Costa retires ashore at Ile Sainte-Marie, and the ship's guns become entirely yours to command. Off West Africa, the ship engages a heavily armed slave ship escorted by a naval sloop. Odds Rawle almost calls off. You tell him the sloop's angle gives you a raking shot if she holds course 90 more seconds. She holds. One shot ends the fight before it starts. Of the freed captives aboard, over 141 choose to join the crew as free men with equal shares. You've just tripled the ship's strength in an afternoon. Level 7, the quartermaster. You are 36. The crew elects you by vote, the same as every office aboard. The quartermaster is nearly a co-captain, the one man empowered to check the captain's authority over prizes, provisions, and discipline. The office written in specifically to prevent a war leader from becoming a tyrant. You divide every prize allowed in front of everyone, so no man can claim he was cheated. When two crewmen come to blows over a debt, you settle it the traditional way. Pistol and cutlass on the beach. First blood ends it. The crew is witness. The grudge is over by evening. Level 8, the first mate. You are 41. Rahl names you his mate directly, the one post chosen by the captain, not the crew, the man who commands in his absence. Where the quartermaster represents the crew, the mate represents the captain. Off the Malabar coast, hunting the same waters that made Henry Avery a legend decades earlier, you shadow a merchantman for 4 days, waiting for the right channel. On the final night, exhausted, Rahl asks whether to hold position or press at dawn regardless of wind. You tell him to hold. The wind turns exactly as you said. The ship is taken without losing a man. Level 9, the captain. You are 46. Rahl dies in his sleep at Ile Sainte-Marie, a rare ending in this life. The crew votes you captain the same afternoon. You learn fast that the role is nearly the opposite of what you imagined at 12. A pirate captain holds absolute authority only in battle. Outside it, you're bound by the same articles as the lowest man aboard. Same food, same share, no larger cabin unless the crew grants it. 6 months in, the crew debats a rich but dangerous northern route against a poorer, safer one. You lay out the real risk honestly and let the vote stand. They choose north. You lead them there, because a captain who overrides his own articles stops being followed. Level 10, the Commodore. You are 52. 3 captains who once served under Rahl bring their ships alongside and propose a standing alliance, 4 vessels under shared articles, an arrangement that echoes what men like Bartholomew Roberts briefly held before the Royal Navy's Swallow caught and killed him off Cape Lopez in 1722. You know exactly how that story usually ends. Combined, your ships carry over 300 men, and the temptation to mistake scale for safety is the same one that's ended every Commodore before you. You refuse a fixed base, refuse a predictable route. One evening at anchor, you think about Rahl's question from 40 years ago. Are you pressed into this life, or do you choose it? You understand, finally, that you've been choosing it the whole time.